In this instance, I simply operate on my local parish and make myself in service to the local pastor, for the needs of the church, or the local presidia. And where do I go? What direction should I take my apostolic work this week? And all this is rooted, we will see, for all of us. It's amazing, because it's sort of like, because I know the answer. Well, no, I don't always know the answer, but I just know both groups. I know the Legion of Mary pretty well by now, and I also know the Neocatechumenical way. How well do I know the Neocats? We can call them that. My community, the Franciscan Primitive Observants, live in Roxbury, and the Neocatechumenical way go to St. John's Seminary, so there's interaction between our groups all the time. And so we play soccer with each other. So next year we need more Legion of Mary members who are younger. We'll have Saturday afternoon, that free time as a soccer match. Now they're going to cream us, but it's okay. We'll get better. We need humility, and we'll grow. But it was pretty clear that because the World Cup's going on, so soccer, just making things contemporary. And what Daniel is describing to us is that it's an ongoing catechumenate in my adult life. And what happens at the end of the catechumenate is that it may seem a little odd, that's because, we're not members, but what they do, they actually, they support each other. And they actually, when you reach a certain point in your neo-catechumenal process, it could be 5 years, it could be 20 years. We don't know when it ends for each person, because we always need to learn more. At the end of this sort of process, where we can put like a boundary there, they actually, other members of the group pay for you to go to the Holy Land. You spend a whole month in the Holy Land, because you're always reading the scriptures and things like that, and going back, and you're actually baptized, but it's not rebaptism. It's just an act of recommittal. I go to the Jordan River, and I renew my baptismal promises there at the Jordan River. Like, this is the whole process. So we baptize as children, but it's also doing what? Not being rebaptized, but reappropriating, saying, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and that thing. And you know what that is? That's exactly the same thing that Frank Duff was. Why do I say that? Because he loves St. Louis de Montfort, true devotion to Mary. What is the whole point of true devotion to Mary? I go through this process of Marian consecration. I take the 33 days, or the Michael Gately method. That's shorter, but also kind of informative, kind of bring in other resources, Louis de Montfort, John Paul II, Mother Teresa, Maximilian Kolbe. And I take my life and I make a intentional decision to say, I'm a Christian. It's not my dad or mom telling me that. I'm growing up. I'm an adult Catholic, and I want to be empowered by the Spirit. And I need a time of preparation. And what's funny is that the Louis de Montfort method says you just need 33 days, about 1 month, because you're doing it with Mary. And at the end, the whole point of the consecration formula is, I take Mary as my queen, and with the witness of the whole heavenly court, and I do what? I renew my baptismal consecration this day, and I claim the power of my baptism again. And Frank Duff said, we have to proclaim the power of our baptism again. The power of the Spirit, the power with Mary, and then go forward and proclaim the gospel. This is exactly the same thing that the Neocatechumenal way does, but through teachings and things like that, the last years, not just the 33-day preparation period. So it's very interesting. So that you can see all these links of the Spirit coming out of the 20th century, you see. And what does this do? We see it inspires all these young people. But the same thing happens with the Legion of Mary.